elaborate? We said Wednesdays at 6:15. Does that work for you?
Wednesdays at 6:15, so that would be what? That'd be
3:15 for you.
3:15. Yeah, that could work. That could work for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just letting you guys know I did push record on my phone just now too.
Okay. All right, cool. That works. Until we find it. Well, yeah. So far, I see he just graded like one of our blog posts, so I guess we're off to a good start with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw too.
What else do we need to cover?
Well, we saw.
So we're gonna.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Say that again.
I was just gonna say we saw where you changed the name too, and thanks for doing that because I wasn't sure how to do that.
The name of what?
Our blog group. It's Private Investigations now, right?
I didn't do that. Maybe he had.
Someone did it. All right.
Somebody did that. It wasn't me.
Yeah, maybe he did, but we're Private Investigations now, and I liked the pictures you did with the email. I just wasn't sure where we were supposed to post it to.
I posted it to like kind of like the blog. I think it was supposed to be added on as a comment to the original descriptions that you gave.
Okay.
So what's been happening with me is I was confused between the assignment because we have the Magnum PI show and then there's a show we're supposed to pitch. So for the longest, I was just confused between those two assignments.
Okay. When does the pitch? When does that start?
That's like that's like the semester long
the
assignment
group project
we're supposed to be working on.
I gotcha. Okay.
I think this Magnum PI was just like a first of the month thing, and then or really the bread and butter, like the year long group assignment is this. We're supposed to like pitch a show of our like we gotta agree on like what type of show it is, who it's gonna appeal to. Yeah, like literally like pitching it. Like,
Okay, just whatever, come up with the story and genre and the audience and stuff.
All that.
Okay.
All that. So I think this is what these sessions are gonna focus. I think the Magnum PI is gonna be like, that's why it's just one episode. I think that's just kind of like a warm up, and then like, hey, there's a show, watch it. Kind of like, hey, if you want, like, if you're completely out of ideas, I guess you make a show exactly like the Magnum PI show.
Yeah.
I guess that's just kind of like a prequel. And then moving on, we work together on pitching like just like a show like Little Network. So yeah, that's what I conjured from that. Do you guys have any other anything else?
Yeah, we can talk about what Alicia and I saw on that Dance Moms, and then pass information on to you. And then we can talk about our reading assignments.
Okay.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Did you get a chance to read that "And Now" article?
Yes, I've read everything. Only thing I haven't seen is the Dance Moms. I've read everything.
All right. Well, let's talk about our reading assignments first.
Okay.
All right. So the first one was The Age of Show Business.
Yes.
And we'll go grab that because it's downstairs. Hold on.
I'm just logging to Blackboard so I can see the questions that I was asking.
Yeah. Is it raining in Norfolk too?
No, it's actually sunny here. Thank goodness. It's been raining a lot.
It's pouring right now.
I'm over the rain.
Oh, it's been raining a lot? Oh yeah, I mean it is the season, that early month, like hurricane season. Yeah, it is.
And it floods really, really bad down here.
Say that again?
It floods really bad in Norfolk.
Oh yeah, sure. My freshman year, my car flooded. I had to fucking...
Yeah. Oh, that's horrible.
I had to like change my whole like speakers, cars, new chairs. It was horrible.
That is horrible. Oh my god.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
it's
these questions.
horrible.
All right, Postman, the age of show business. Now this television is a cultural. Okay, so the first topic is like topic 1. Neil Postman calls American television as a medium that creates a social and intellectual environment that attacks literate culture because it requires minimal skills to comprehend and is largely aimed at emotional gratification. All right.
So also, before we got in contact with you, we were saying how we were gonna split the readings up. So he read the Postman one, so I didn't read it, and then I read the Newcomb one, so he didn't read it. So we were going to give each other a summary of it. So now I guess like going forward, we can all split it different ways, so we don't all have to read all of it and then summarize it to each other.
Cool. I had saw that late. I had read everything though, but that in the future that'll work.
Okay.
All right. I just pulled it up on my computer. I think I misplaced my paper, but
Okay.
for this one, I felt like they were the author was just talking about kind of how like television was dumbing down society nowadays and how everything was just for entertainment. But I don't know if you guys saw the email, but I felt like he didn't talk enough about programs that actually can educate you. Like I think I said something about like Planet Earth and stuff like that, or educational shows where you actually learn something and have to use your brain. In this article, he kept talking about I don't know how all television is reduced only to entertainment, which I agreed that television is for entertainment, but also you read a book because you want to be entertained as well. Everything you do is to be entertained, so of course you're watching television for the same reason.
I pretty much said the same thing. I said, although that might be the majority, it's not the only part. I think the majority that group of television allows for other shows like instructional videos and like Meet the Press and stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
I thought it was really the article was really like kind of like one-sided.
Yeah, it was bashful.
And I also highlighted how television also paved a new way for books because a lot of books are made for television now, and a lot of shows are based off books. A lot of movies are based off television. Draws people to books that they otherwise wouldn't have known about had the show not been created in the first place.
Right.
What's that movie? Not Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. Whose popularity only they got onto the screen. So although that that article's not all the way wrong, it's just one angle.
Right. And then
talk about that one.
For question 3, it said, please make a list of popular concerns often expressed about technologies like the internet, comic books, video games, and identify points of overlap and distinction. I was kind of saying probably the most talked about issue with these kinds of things is influence on children and how they grow up watching violent stuff or sexual TV shows or movies or whatever and changing their mind. But also it's up to the parents and stuff to determine what they feel is suitable for their kids and stuff like that. I had that sex and violence sells a lot, but it's also what influences children. Another concern would be body perception. Adults and children alike can hold themselves to unreasonable expectations based on what the media portrays as a good physique. What do you guys think?
That sounds good.
I agreed with that, but also, I took this class, where it said like a lot of that fear and concern was actually overstated. There's statistics that show we actually live in the safest time ever in recorded history. Because of television, it does hype the violence in this world.
Yeah.
But in actuality, the numbers would not support that.
Like when you watch the news, you're seeing the
that's
worst stuff to attract the most viewers. It's not the only thing happening. It's just a part of everything, and it's being overhyped like crazy. Of course, it's a terrible news story, but when you watch it all day,
think about over your life, how many murders you've seen. But have you ever seen one in real life? Or do you know someone that's seen one in real life? You know,
right.
And if you do, that's more rare than the norm.
Yeah.
So that's what I wrote about that as well.
All right.
I didn't like about these articles. They were extremely outdated. They were like talking about stuff from like the 80s and stuff, and that was like almost 30 years ago. Like the world has changed so much since 10 years ago. So it's kind of like, okay, I get it for the sake of the assignment, but at the same time, more information could have helped.
Definitely.
Especially with the Betty Girl engineer. It was just like,
oh yeah.
It was just like, what? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It was so old. It was almost like a non-issue. But
yeah, it was really, really old. Do you guys want to go on to the next article?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
We're at 12 minutes,
okay.
just so you know.
Okay. I haven't really formed my summary into answers yet. I'm still working on that. But for a summary, I wrote it all down, so I'm just reading it from here. The social, scientific, and aesthetic perceptions are incomplete. That was something I saw. I also saw that TV is a place where various issues are discussed from various perspectives. And then number 3, TV can be a platform for imagining social changes. And I saw that the authors argued that social scientific was reductive and then aesthetic was ignored by TV and social perspectives. And then one more thing. They also agreed on that TV is a public forum, and the forum just allows for people to say their perspective on what they're seeing. That's basically what I wrote for those.
Okay.
So which questions are these?
5, 6, and 7, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just the summary of it.
6 and 7 for Betty Girl Engineer.
Yeah. How will different viewers walk away from Betty Girl Engineer with different interpretations?
Mm-hmm.
And I actually didn't get a chance to watch that video. It's on my YouTube now, and I'll watch it after we get out.
Yeah, like I said. Go ahead, Felicia.
It's basically just showing like a young woman wanting to pursue engineering, but everyone's looking at her like she's crazy because that's a man's job. She shouldn't be working in that field. She should be at home, and she goes and tries, and she ends up quitting. So that's basically what it's about.
Yeah, she essentially gets bullied with all this enthusiasm. She like thought it through. She's done all her due diligence, like a great engineer, and then like the boys club look at her crazy, but they place her anyway with her persistence while they were trying for, they were kind of like in a line. It's really old school, like 1950s. You're kind of in a line with like a postcard, and the boys go do the boys' job and the girls go do girl jobs like secretary and stuff like that. But she brings all this like newfound enthusiasm, like, hey, this is what I really want to do. Like, you can't tell me otherwise. But she's also at the beginning kind of like oblivious to the bullying. They're like looking at her like, what? Like, that makes no sense. But I mean, I think there's a scene at the beginning where it happens to a boy as well. He kind of had an idea of what he wanted to do, and the person assigning the job placements kind of like, no, you're better suited for this, and then just puts him in this. So to that point, it happened to everyone. But then she gets placed in the field she wants, and at every turn she's met with, what are you doing here? Are you sure this is what you want to do? Are you confused? And at first she doesn't get it, but I mean, day after day, it just kind of wears on her. And then she kind of gets fed up. I didn't really take it as she quit. She was just tired. Like she's still enthusiastic. I don't think she started to doubt herself, but she just got tired of like people not helping her, making what's already hard harder.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I took from it. And then finally she's like, you know what, I'm not even going to go in. Like, this is too much. And then was it the head? It was like the head of the department, or like the overseer or her mentor or whatever, then comes to her house to sort of kind of like apologize or make things better and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then because her family wasn't on her side either, they were kind of giving her a rough time. And then that's when they kind of had like the aha moment. They're like, well, this isn't right. Like, this is what she wanted to do. She's qualified for it, and she was ready to work for it. You guys kind of pushed her out. And then it kind of like ends scene with everybody realizing they were kind of wrong, if I'm not mistaken. And then like they kind of put like when it got offensive, it was kind of like a romantic twist, because she was hiding the whole time that her mentor was at the house speaking to her dad and mom. And then she's kind of like in the back, kind of like listening, because she was so shocked and kind of like disappointed in herself for quitting. So she didn't want to kind of like face it. And then she comes down in a dress, and this kind of like this awkward romantic twist to it at the end.
Yeah. Did you, for the twist at the end, did you feel like they were like putting her back in like her place as a woman, like when he asked her on a date?
The symbolism of her putting on the dress when she wasn't interested in it at the beginning, was kind of like what sealed it for me. And kind of like swallowed the pill, like, this is the game you want me to play, I'm going to play it. But she did so reluctantly.
Mm-hmm.
More so out of her not to fight that uphill battle every day, and not as much as, oh, I'm not built for this life. That's how I understood it.
Yeah.
Which, and I mean, like I said, like in this day and age, it was offensive. It was just like, this is crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. It was like that all the time back then. Times have changed.
Say that again.
I said it's just crazy because it was like that for so many people back then, and now things thankfully has changed. Not enough still, but it's definitely better.
Yeah, that was the norm. I mean, you can just appreciate that we talk about it in the past now, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good way to look at it too.
Yeah. So that's what I got from those two. I mean, everything about it. I mean, it was black and white.
Oh yeah. The way they were speaking was very like proper and old timey.
Yeah, classic. Yeah, classic 1950s. Like machoism. Real.
Yeah.
All right. Now for the dance moms, let me just tell you, you didn't miss much, man. I had never heard of this show, but we watched the episode last night, and one of the questions was, how can this episode be considered an attack? At first I thought it was literature, but it's literate. How can this show be considered an attack on literate culture, and how does the episode's efforts to entertain implicated in television's perceived negative role in reducing all experiences to entertainment? So that question kind of came from the article that I read, where he was just pretty much bashing television as being specifically for entertainment, and you can't get much else out of it. Alicia, I can let you answer that one or say what you like about that one.
After hearing you guys like summarize the first article, I agree because, I mean, it is like pure entertainment just seeing a lady kind of like live through these little girls, telling them what to do, how to dance. Their moms are friends, but they're having drama the whole time. Like, I mean, you're not really gonna ever get anything out of it except for entertainment.
Yeah, it wasn't real life. It was like, let's watch these millionaire people with their kids trying to push them over the edge. And then me and my wife talked about it some too. Like, so the girls were definitely talented. I mean, they were doing all the dance moves and they were like really good, but all that's overshadowed by like the moms and all the fake drama that they create and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
They put unrealistic pressure on the kids and took away from their actual talents. And then...
Yeah, and I felt like...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I felt like they were also the moms were also making it about themselves too, when the one mom had her daughter in a separate photo shoot from other girls because she did it herself.
Yeah.
So it was just drama.
Yeah, and those pictures were so bad, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, they were bad.
The second one was, how might the episode serve as a cultural forum to discuss issues related to parenting, gender, and race?
For that, I talked about how Holly was the one mom, and she was saying that her daughter Nia was being like, I don't know, I guess like she thought that the instructor was like
typecast.
Being, stereotypical.
Yeah.
By making her have an afro, making her wear animal print. She didn't understand why the other girls didn't have to do that, and why her daughter, just because she was black, why did she have to come off so culturally and different from the other girls.
Yeah. And I thought it was like kind of a good argument. So like the teacher was saying, if the daughter were to ever go to go to an audition where they needed a black girl, she would have that taken care of with you guys there?
Yeah, I thought I lost him like mid-sentence.
All right.
He's
so
back.
It was like, I think it was 6 or 7 girls, and one of them was black and the other ones were white. And then so it was the black girl was given a dance routine where she was asked to wear, or not asked, she was given like a leopard print and an afro to wear, and her mom was upset, but the teacher or the dance instructor was trying to tell her, you know, you're ethnic, and I'm trying to get you to play this role because people are looking for them, and you fit into it as long as you like do this dance routine. So you could see both arguments, but
yeah,
it was weird.
It's she made it seem like she was trying to help her in the long run by having different dances and knowing different cultures and all that, whereas her mom just took it more offensively because, you know, the 5 other like white girls, they didn't have to wear animal print or go buy an afro wig or go do all the extra stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a classic case of somebody not being qualified to kind of like like in an amateur world, like if like you got like little league coaches or like, you know, a little basketball coach where they're, you know, the dad's helping out, but they're not truly qualified to work that position when it comes to sensitive issues like that, and they think they're doing what's in the best interest, but really, you know, most of the time it's extremely offensive.
Yeah.
So places, both people have, they mean well, but at the same time, had the person been qualified, it would have been handled differently.
Yeah. And if they would have talked about it more so than just come on out and say, hey, wear an afro, or if they try to have like some kind of talk about it, and I don't know, maybe someone could have understood better, or the dance instructor could have understood, you're being ridiculous, dude, why make her do this?
Yeah, or her just not having like the foresight to understand, not being able to see her in a different capacity besides her skin color.
But I also kind of felt like the mom also made it like debatable too, because the dance was called La Cuiva, and the mom, there was a scene in there where the mom was like, my name's Holly, like I don't identify to like La Cuiva, like I don't identify to that part of my culture. So I also thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
See, that's like one of those, like with the show, I mean, I don't know if you guys know, I am pursuing acting and stuff like that, so I have been taking a lot of these classes. But I mean, it's these reality shows are kind of like trash television, because like that's like an obvious pun.
Yeah.
To name a dance like that, and then like, I mean, we're doing like an academic assignment on it, so it's just like, you know what I mean?
Oh, it was complete garbage the whole entire time. I was like, I can't believe this is a real show and people are making money off of this. It fits so well into the article that we read. It's like, yeah, of course this is just bad entertainment. Turn it off quick.
Just steering us in one direction.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the power of media. You know what I mean? They don't tell you what to think. They just like point you in the direction they want you to think in.
Yeah. We're at about 27:10.
That's perfect.
That's pretty good. And so I did email the professor and asked him twice. I've asked him 2 separate times about what we're supposed to do, because our show hasn't started yet, and I have not received a response.
I think that's good. You have it on wax or whatnot. So I think we're all kind of like in the same stage, just like we're overwhelmed. I think they might be a little overwhelmed too.
Yeah.
I mean, probably has like over 30 students telling them like collaborate while trying to collaborate, while trying to grade question, grade posts and stuff like that. So what we can do is what we decided on. We can make the post. We can do the assignment for the moms, as well as make the post about the mom show and whatnot.
Okay.
And then when our show airs, I mean, if you'd like, we can do it again, or we can do something else. I mean, I think that's the best.
Okay.
We can do right now, unless he gets to his emails and emails us sometime this week and gives us a different show. I thought the lineup of shows were I think they're kind of like a list of shows he's currently watching, because none of them kind of had like
a theme.
I was hoping we got The Sinner, because I had just finished watching that with Jessica Biel.
Yeah, I think
it was really good.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. It looked pretty sweet. I think the Magnum PI might be in maybe a category of dance moms. Hopefully not that low. I just get tired of remakes, man.
Reboot.
Yeah.
Like a predictable cheesy reboot.
Yeah, I just get tired of that stuff.
It's tough with network television, because they're kind of like, one, they're competing against the HBOs, Hulus, Showtimes of the world, who have way more scope to really dig deep, from cussing to sexual content. And then you're like, hey, you're on ABC, CBS, you can't do this, and this.
Yeah.
But I want you to tell the same story and give a high rating. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So, unless you're Big Bang Theory, it's kind of like,
Yeah, or Jeopardy.
It's like, you can't really do much. You might run in one season, and if, they like the star of the show, maybe 2, but other than that, it's kind of like, there's the competing factors are too much. Like on Netflix, you can literally do anything. On Hulu, Amazon Prime, or Amazon or whatnot.
And that's why they got the good shows.
What was that?
I just think that's why you get better quality and better shows.
Absolutely, absolutely. They're kind of like almost restricted to just like that slapstick comedy genre,
Yeah.
and just pray that the writing is good enough.
Well, I think this was awesome and really random and short notice, but really awesome that we got to get on here and do this.
Yeah, I was kind of.
And is it cafe or coffee?
Cafe.
Okay. You can either text us or email us, and if next week 6:15 doesn't work, just let us know what time. Maybe Wednesday evening will work for you.
Certainly. Yeah, text me anytime. I do very well with text because I didn't even see the email you had sent me, so that was perfect. I appreciate you doing that.
Okay, awesome. Sounds good.
Yeah, we'll keep in touch and we'll continue to talk and get good grades this semester. Good luck.
Yeah, you guys
Yes,
too.
good.
All right, talk to
How
you
are you going to
guys.
send this video? That's going to be a huge file.
I know. I have it though. It's right here.